Hello, my caffeinated friends. Dawn Robles here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I am a caffeinated craft lady, and I'm a mom to 3 teenage daughters. So I need an outlet, right? And card making is my outlet. So today I just want to share with you how to make this fun fold card. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to create this fun little face mask, in the midst of this pandemic here. And the debates of face masks or not face masks, they were fun to create, they're fun to mail. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to make this one. But it does just simply open like this. Now for the inside sentiment of the face masks, I'm also going to use part of the PDF file that Stampin' Up! Is actually selling for $12, and 100% of the proceeds go directly to the charity of your choice. You have two to choose from. You have WHO, which is the World Health Organization, or the United Way, to help small communities that are dealing with this crisis. So I went ahead and purchased that. And today I use the sentiment for the inside of my card saying sending love and paper hugs. Now this is about 16 or 17 pages, and it's got some really great sayings out there. You can just use with your punches and your die cuts, and it's fabulous. So one more thing before we get started. If you place an order that is $150 or less, please use my hostess code, and I will be sending you a thank you in the mail as well. My online store is here, and you can also follow me on Facebook. I am just getting started, so I'm just taking baby steps here. Now, to go ahead and get started here, I've printed out the dimensions, so I hope everybody can see those while I go over them. You're going to need a piece of cardstock. I chose to use crumb cake, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 9 3/4. I scored it at 5 1/2. And then for my inside layers, I had a piece of lovely lipstick, and I cut that at 4 by 5 1/4. A piece of Whisper White cut at 3 3/4 by 5. For my outside layers, I have a piece of lovely lipstick cut by 4 by 4, and a piece of DSP, which I chose to use the Tropical Oasis, and this is cut at 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. Now for my flap mechanism, you'll need a piece of cardstock cut at 2 1/2 by 5 1/4, and then I scored it at 4 1/2. And then to layer that, I had a piece of lovely lipstick that was 2 1/4 by 4 1/4, and then I went ahead and cut another piece that is 2 by 4. And I went ahead and embossed that with the Coastal Weave embossing folder. So here again are all the dimensions. I hope you got those. And I'm going to show you how I brought the color out on this just a little bit, just to make it stand out a little bit. So I just took that. I took my sponge dauber and my early espresso ink, and I just kind of went over that just to highlight the paper, to bring out that embossed feature. And you can press heavy or light, it just depends on what you want. I just want a little bit, so I just went ahead and did that, and that's how simple that process is right there. So I did go ahead and adhere all the layers because I just wanted to show you how to make this card. We're going to go ahead and get started with that. So here are all my pieces put together. Here is the inside of the card. So we're going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. And then just give it a real good burnish. And you're going to want to burnish this well so it lays flat. Put that back so you can see it. And this piece here is our flap mechanism. Same thing, we're just going to fold and burnish. Burnish it really good so it lays flat. And then we're going to actually attach this piece to our inside layer before we glue it down. So we're just going to attach it simply like that. Okay. And when you go to glue, you definitely don't want to glue right on that crease because it's not going to allow your flap to open really well. So just glue right above it. And then line this up about where you think you want it. You can turn it over, line it up. Looks pretty even to me. And then just go ahead and press that down, just like that. Simple, simple, simple. It's what I like. And then we'll just go ahead and glue that to the inside of our card. Oh, my paper keeps tearing. Okay. Just go ahead and place that right in on the inside of the card. Ooh-wee, looks good. And we're going to go ahead and put our outside layer on, like so. If I can get my tape to work. Put this where everybody can see. I want my flowers facing up, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Oh, I love this paper so much. It is so gorgeous. Now see how it kind of flaps open? Just go ahead and re-burnish it. Really good. And I promise it will stay down. There you go. Now for the fun part to make the face mask. We're going to go ahead and bring in our scoreboard. And I forgot to tell you that the mask you're going to cut 2 3/4 by 2 1/8, and then we're going to go ahead and score that on the 2 1/8 side. And if you're using our scoreboard, use the smaller end of your stylus because the score lines are super close together. And we're going to go ahead and score that right at 1/2 inch, 5/8, 1 inch, 1 1/8, 1 1/2, and 1 5/8. Remove the scoreboard here. And then we're just going to go ahead and fold. I'm going to hit the first, every other score line. So the top I'm going to fold in. And you can give it a good burnish if you want. And then to get the second score line, since they're so close together, I'm going to fold it over and come on the back side and do the same process. That bottom one, I always have a trouble with that bottom one. Okay, got that done. And then we're just going to do our Z fold right here, like so. Go ahead and burnish that again. Easy, right? I thought so too. Now, to make the, seam binding on the mask, I'm just going to use some white cardstock. And what I've done to make this very simple, and I did learn this trick from Card Cut-Ups. This is the gentleman that came up with the face mask, and he did a wonderful job. So I'm just going to take our tear and tape, and I'm going to take a piece of Whisper White, and I'm just going to take that right along the edge. And I'm just going to lay my tear and tape all the way down that edge of that. And then I'm going to go ahead, when I've got it laid out, I'm going to go ahead and cut that on my cutting board so I can get a straight edge. And it's going to be just simply right past the 1/4 inch line. So when you're doing that, just make sure that you're working with a big enough piece that you can see what you're doing. And make sure it's even. So I'm going to line it right there. And just cut it all the way down. And I will do that again for the top where I'm only using 1/8 of an inch. I'm going to go ahead and do another piece like that and just cut that at 1/8 of an inch so I can get my border, which I already did because I didn't want to bore you to death. So here's that piece of paper. I'm just going to take the backing off. You can see, I'm going to take my backing off and I'm just going to put it on the long side at the very top of the mask. And all we're doing here is creating the seam binding. Anyway, that's what I call it. And again, start it again and do it at the bottom of the mask. These cards were really fun to make. There we go. Yay me. And then again, we're just going to do that again right on the sides. You can see how dirty my nails are, so I apologize. What we're going to do is we're going to scrunch those pleats right on up. Make sure you get them nice and tight. And then you're going to start right at the bottom there. And go straight up the top. And just give it a cut. Blam. There we go. Same thing on this side. Make sure that you're even all the way across. There you be. Turn it over and do exactly the same thing on this side with the two side pieces here. Just going to make sure that that mask doesn't go anywhere. And again, there we go. Okay, so there's your mask, and maybe I should cut it more even. What do you think? I think so. Okay, there we go. And then all you're going to do is you're simply going to pull those pleats out. Kind of open your mask up. See? Perfect. And the way we're going to keep that open there, kind of play with it a little bit here. And then where did I put that? I'm just going to go ahead and take more of this, and we're going to create, I don't know what you would call it, maybe like a spine, like you'd see on a book or something. And I'm just going to start that down there. I'm going to pull that mask open as far as I want it. And then I'm just going to feed that paper up because we want it opened. There we go. Much better. And then you just kind of making your seam right there, and then you'll cut that. There. Now your mask is open and mine is crooked, so I'll just straighten that out a little bit. There we be. There we go. And now your mask is created. To go ahead, I just use some 1/8 inch ribbon. This is retired, but any 1/8 inch ribbon will work. And then I took glue dots. And I'll just put it to the back of my mask. Like so. Take my ribbon, attach it to the glue dot, and just wrap it around. And that will make your pieces that hold onto your ear. Okay. Okay, and the other ear. Ba-boom. And ba-bam. There we go. Is that cool or what? Now all we have to do is go ahead and attach it where we want it, right here on our card. So, and I did go ahead and create, I stamped, come on, Dawn. I stamped a saying right out of the Colorful Seasons, which is going to be retiring here very shortly. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tuck that on in up there, and then I'm gonna glue this down. Now you can pop it up or you can glue it flat. I find it that I like it when it's glued flat a little bit better. And you can just use glue dots for that. Again, just glue dot and glue dot on all four corners. I don't know about you guys. What's your take on the face mask? Everybody's debating it, and I really think it's personal choice, but sometimes I get overruled. Okay, and then I'm just going to go ahead and set that down where I think I want it. And I think it looks good about right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and attach my sentiment, which says, "You make me smile." I'm going to attach that right about there. Okay, and then you can open it, and there's your beautiful message. So I hope you guys liked it, and again, if it wants to pop up on you again, just burnish it, because it does lay down and it does lay flat. So tell me what your thinks, tell me what you're thinking, tell me your thoughts on the card. I hope you make it. I hope this helps. If I can help you in any way, please reach out and let me know, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye for now.